Thinking of the amount of money they were able to generate from selling previous batches of throwing daggers, Claire gained confidence about the decision she made. Even though all evidence pointed to the decision being the correct one, there would always be a feeling of doubt and fear of the future. But as Darlena kept pointing at various parts of the workshop and explaining the benefits, her worries slowly decreased until it was the typical background emotions that people always tended to feel. They had gone through the section meant for apprentices and were now in the area used for their own work. Even without the apprentices, we can fill all the ovens with coal and process so much more than before on our own, Claire said to the two in excitement. Hannah nodded her head. Though there were some aspects of the apprentice working area which would help speed up the process, such as crushing the coal and allowing the iron ores to be separated. There are also containers for storing the slag that's produced when creating the iron. Darlena reminded them of the new tools that would speed up their work. It's about increasing your output, even at your current numbers of just the two of you. Claire walked over to one of the machines in the area of the workshop. Compared to the area for their future apprentices, the room was massive with a variety of machinery. Laying a hand on the machine, she looked at the robot. That's a CNC machine, though it may be too advanced for you at the moment. Darlena tilted its head, frowning slightly. Hannah looked at the robot. Then why would such machinery be inside of our workshop? Sharing Claire's confusion. It's more for the two of you to experiment when it's time for you to make modern weaponry. You're not going to be able to forge a rifle. Pointing at another machine. Along with the CNC machine, you also have a rifling machine that allows you to create the barrels that are used in the rifle and pistols you use inside the simulation, Darlena patiently said to them. Thinking of the possibility that they'd be producing their own firearms was an exciting thought. From the streamers she'd seen, not many of them created advanced hot weapons. Sticking to cold weapons was a strategy in the streaming world. Walking over to one of the walls that had several screens, Darlena turned them on to display the main menu that all the screens displayed. Tapping on the display, she brought up the homepage for the streaming platform. There were dozens of small screens showing adventurers going about their work streaming to adventurers. In a matter of moments, Claire and Hannah were watching Candace and Brooke. Claire walked up to the monitors, looking at the two of them since the twins had separate streams. They just started, and I thought you'd be interested to see it. Currently, they're just fiddling with the various settings to figure out how to best stream on the other side. Darlena stepped back to give Claire and Hannah a better view of the monitor. Move back! Candace, you circle around it. Brooke yelled, directing the movements of Candace and the other adventurers in the team. Currently, the twins were fighting against something with the appearance of a cat. Brooke was firing her rifle at the creature, making sure to keep her distance. One of the teammates was carrying a large shield, blocking the swipes of the monster as it tried to get rid of the people attacking it. On the monitor, it was possible to see the man's feet slide across the dirt due to how heavy the attack from the paw was. Compared to what we had to deal with, Hannah started to say, I know what you mean. Claire agreed with her friend, thinking how her sisters were performing at a higher level than they were, even when going up against the numerous lizards on their way to the mines.